the Chiefs have to pay Chris Jones, and they got to pay L'Jarius Sneed, and they got their own guys they got to pay. So for them to basically go out and say, let's bring in Mike Evans and pay him, I don't know how that would fly. Especially since it was great. Eric Stonestreet went right at Michael Irvin when he came on our show on the Super Bowl program about 2 hours before kickoff, and he'd been waiting to get in front of Irv. Because every single time Irv would say this, I would get a text from Eric, because God bless him, he likes watching NFL Game Day Morning because he's smart. And so he would always text me when Irv keeps bringing up how the offense misses Tyreek Hill. And how the big play Chiefs offense misses Tyreek Hill. And it's not the same without Tyreek Hill. And you know what? Yeah. They miss Tyreek Hill, if the way you want to win football games is take the top of the defense off, and who wouldn't, and quick strike it and score, in a minute and a half, which, people want to do, but maybe you don't. If you need to pay a bunch of people on defense, and since they traded Tyreek Hill, they won the Super Bowl in back-to-back years. Yeah. They won the Super Bowl with Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, catching touchdowns on the corn dog play, and Juju Smith-Schuster making a move on James Bradbury that drew a flag and essentially wrapped things up in that Super Bowl. And this one, Mecole Hardman came back and scored the game-winning touchdown. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling was wide open to flip the script after the awful turn of events for the 49ers with that punt that hit a couple of their players. One in the foot and the other one in the hands. They try to scoop it up and run with it. Why would they go for Mike Evans is the question. Why would they even think of twitching in the direction of Mike Evans?
A game of what ifs. They're 2 plays away from not having the 2 Super Bowl wins the last 2 years.
Well, we could do
Mahomes' air yards is the lowest of his career.
And Mike Evans is really good at
football.
Mike
Evans is going to the Hall of Fame.
But if you've got to pay, listen, you want to run it back for the Chiefs and go back to back to back, you pay Chris Jones and you pay L'Jarius Sneed, and you need both of them.
Yeah.
Period.
Sure.
End of story. That's what you address first. And then I'd address the tackles. And then you start thinking about weapons for Mahomes. And by the way, the best weapon for Mahomes was the one they drafted, who showed up when Mahomes was throwing right at TCU. Oh, Rashee Rice is just going to go warm up with some guys who were in town. Oh, and that's Mahomes throwing. Let me just sneak in line and start catching passes. And suddenly he gets drafted. He winds up setting a rookie receptions record for the playoffs.
First impressions.
So do it again.
Yeah, but Rich, wouldn't you want to make it a little bit easier on them so you don't have that stretch
but
where
it's
those guys
not
constantly
easier
dropping balls?
on them if people are in the locker room saying, oh, so I'm not going to get paid? We just went back to back. I'm not going to get paid what I get paid because you want Mike Evans, who did what for us? Beat us in the Super Bowl. No, thank you. Like, that could be a problem more than the problem of Mahomes trying to figure it out, because he figured it out. The flip switch hit. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. Interesting thought, though.
I'll take Mike in Dallas, just for the record.
Hey, now, that's a different story.
If he wants to come.
But they also have to pay people there, too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dak's got to give money back or rearrange to make that so.
Do a little bit of an Ohtani deal, is what you're saying.
Let's do this. You can have Evans or Derrick Henry. Who do you take?
Ooh.
Because you can't have both.
Ooh.
Even though you're going all in.
You got to be able to control the clock, and that means running the football. So
No, you take Mike
I'd
Evans.
say
You take Mike Evans?
Yeah.
But you got CeeDee Lamb
We
already.
got CeeDee Lamb.
Great. Now you have 2 CeeDee Lambs. One name's Mike Evans.
We had Dak Prescott throwing the ball 60 times in the playoff game.
That
is way too much. We got to be able to run the rock.
I'd take Derrick Henry. That's
If
what I
you're
would
saying
do.
you can only have one of the two.
Correct.
Yeah. because our running game was not it
Henry's
last
30.
year. He is. That's true.
Great. What Mike Evans is Benjamin Button? Hey, this is obviously two guys who I believe I will be sitting in Canton one day and watching them get jackets slipped on them.
Absolutely.
From my MC dais. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.